From afar, we thought this was an owl.
Hoot hoot, hoot hoot.
Under closer inspection, you flip it upside down.
Vroom, vroom.
It's not an owl. Owl.
Hoot.
Chuck.
Vroom.
Owl. Chuck.
Hoot, vroom.
Mind is blown.
Hajime!
Well, here we go, we're back again, and I promise this one will be a little longer because I'm going to try and fit 2 weeks of stuff in here. On a cool note, I got this shirt from my buddy Sam Soholt.
Get it? It's a night owl.
I'm going to get this thing rolling. Let's start 2 weeks ago, let's go back in time. I stole that from Wayne's World. 2 weeks ago on Monday was the first vault session back from my rest week. I decided to start vaulting on Mondays with Steve and Fridays with Caroline, and it went great. I finally felt good and fresh and poppy, and I was ready to vault. Every jump I tried to take that day from 4 lefts was super small. Nothing worked. So let's try 6, and 6 hasn't worked all year, so we went back to 6 lefts. And my first 2 6-left poles were small. And this is the biggest 6-left pole I have in my bag. Ended up being the one I jumped on all day, which was a 16-foot, 17.4 flex, 190 old carbon flex system. And I ended up jumping 520 a bunch of times. Steve's focus the whole time was, being really aggressive, hitting that left arm up high and making it match my right hand at takeoffs, like really getting into it, and it made all those poles that felt big all year feel really, really, really small. And then the second cue was just trying to commit to the swing and moving the pole to vertical instead of like hitting it and kind of waiting, because the pole has been leaving without me. And both cues worked awesome. So the next thing on the list, once I can do those 2 things, is to line it up and get the pole right down the center of my body during the invert and the turn, because
That still is ugly as garbage.
no, we're off to a good start, and it worked great, and I'm pumped to keep jumping. I did a bunch of workouts that week, and then
Thursday, I drove to Fargo.
it was fun being back up in Fargo.
10 feet, so I warm up at 10 feet. And then I warm up.
You're getting your Caitlin.
Ah! Why do you do that? I was like thinking my.
Because it's funny.
Except the minus 15 degrees.
That's right, minus 15 degrees. Negative 15 degrees. Minus 15 degrees.
So the meet, I just trained through it. So the day before I did kind of a tougher workout, and then Friday I did the meet.
It's first meet. I'm always nervous first meet.
Then the meet started, and I started at 5:05, which is like 16.6.
There you go, Shawn.
And made that on my first on that 17.4 flex. And then the next jump, I blew through the 17.4 flex at 5:20.
Crushed it.
The third jump, I went up to the biggest pole I've ever been on. So 2 years ago, that would have been like my big meet pole, and I'm on it from 6. So that was good. But I didn't swing it up because it was still in my head. That's a big pole. Then the fourth jump, which is the jump I posted last week, which was a super good attempt. Not very pretty at all, but I got that pole to work. It was good. I was a little ticked off.
Hell of a jump. How'd it feel?
I hate not making bars.
Yeah.
But you always end on a miss, and that sucks.
It does suck.
But after a buddy of mine showed me the video, I was like, alright, let's go back to looking at the progress, not worrying about bars or heights, and I climbed out of it pretty quick.
That's a good jump. That's the biggest pull I've ever been on from 6. And Sam's from 80. I put some good hip height on it.
For sure.
So I'll take it.
For sure.
I'm trying to be positive here without making a scene.
For sure.
After seeing that video, I feel like I can jump really high now from there. So the training and the vault technique stuff is working. I just have to keep
on pace with what I'm doing. So yeah, this is a pretty good meet.
But since I was training through it, I did plyos right after with Joe Breedall, and he is very camera shy.
Doing plyos, Joe. Joe's camera shy.
Wasn't ready for that.
But it was a training meet, right? So we might as well do the rest of the training afterwards. I hate the camera.
Gotcha, Joe.
The day after that, I did a tempo workout. I was supposed to be on the treadmill, but since there's no treadmill in Fargo, I ran up there. I didn't film any of it, but I filmed myself procrastinating. I really hate tempo Saturdays. Let's hope my car starts. Awesome day yesterday, even though the bars didn't show it. This is just me procrastinating going outside to start my car. Monday, I did a Tako Grip review. I'm still testing it, but here's what I found out so far. First off, I tried the friction tape first.
We're gonna try the Tako Grip friction tape first. Some short runs today. See how that goes. Out with the old and in with the new.
And I've never used a sticky grip and I didn't know how to do it, so I just wrapped my poles in the friction tape, grabbed some chalk and tried to vault. That is not how you do it. I was sliding all over the place, and then I did some research and I found out you're supposed to spray grip stuff. I forgot, it was stickum spray or like lighter fluid on it to make it gummy and sticky. And I've never been a gummy or sticky type of vaulter, but I might just try it just to see what it works so I can give you guys a good review. If you want to see a good review on the sticky stuff, you should check out Jeff Coover's review on the Tako Grip friction tape. Yeah, I'll put it right here. Check it out. It's right here. Click on this link if you want to know how the friction tape stuff works.
Because Coover did an awesome review on it. Way better than I could ever do because I'm not a sticky grip person.
And then, since the friction tape didn't work, I was like, I'll just try this new stuff. And I really wanted to like this stuff. But what I found is that I have sweaty hands. My hands are just naturally sweaty, and they always have been.
Which is why I use a ton of chalk.
Well, this stuff grips me. I should just give it a try and give her a go. And I grabbed it, and first jump, I just slid down the pole because my hands were sweaty. Because this stuff's made out of rubber, so rubber with wet hands are no good. So in the next grip, I was like, hey, I'll just try it with some chalk. Grab some chalk. My hands are super sweaty, so I'm standing there again, and my hands just started to sweat through the chalk, and I slid down this rubber.
Bummed out because I really wanted it to work.
For me, it didn't. So here's my 2 cents. The best I ever heard it put
is everybody's reacts differently to different stuff, like the sticky, the friction tape, this grip stuff, whatever, chalk, just normal, athletic tape, whatever.
I would highly recommend going to buy this stuff just to try it out. And even if it doesn't work for you, at least you're supporting a pole vaulter, because this stuff was made by pole vaulters for pole vaulters. Try it. It's worth it, because what if it's the best stuff you've ever used in your entire life?
You don't have sweaty hands. When my hands were dry, I stuck to this thing, but when they started to sweat, it didn't work at all. And I can imagine when it's raining outside, all you gotta do is wipe off the tape, because it is rubber. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. Tako Grip's pretty awesome. It just didn't work for me. With chalk, without chalk, and I didn't even use the friction stuff right, so you can't even use my review on that.
So, go buy it. Give it a try, and let me know how it works for you. Kyle decided he needed to go Christmas shopping, so I just brought the GoPro and caused some shenanigans Christmas shopping. So, here's a little bit of that.
Wait, what's your idea here?
We're gonna get this
Why?
so we can put it on. It is child's wear.
I'm not gonna fit in that. It'll show my midriff. Okay, let's do this. I'm strangely excited.
Or should we do
to try.
turtles?
Ooh, Ninja Turtles might be better.
Then I left on Tuesday, and Sam Soholt decided he wanted to do the recovery circuits with me, so we did that. And now that I'm thinking of it, instead of showing you all the recovery circuits, which are like a bunch of this stuff, I'm going to just show you all the tired poses we had in there, because recovery circuits are not the most fun things to do while you're doing them. So here's us just laying around tired.
Sam was super sore the next day, by the way. But thanks for the shirt, Sam. This thing's badass.
Drove home from Fargo. And then on Wednesday, I came home so I could do the tread workout because I wanted to get back on that thing because I think it's going to help me out. And believe it or not, Carrie decided she wanted to try and do the tread.
3, 4, 5, 6. First time, right? First time doing a hard one.
So she was my workout partner all day, and she did pretty good on it. And I'm starting to like the tread again. We're pals right now. And the only thing that got us through it was those KMR shirts.
It's easy because we're wearing KMR shirts, right?
Right.
KMR.
This KMR is awesome. Thank you, Brian Riggs.
Last one, nothing crazy. 2 degrees incline or 2 degrees gradient. 18 miles an hour.
And then she decided to do plyos with me too.
Yeah! No stopping. It's 1, 2, 3, not 1, 1, 1. We're training reactive strength. 1, 2, 1 more. And a roll. That's still farther than my mom. It's recording.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun! 5 hurdles.
And I screwed up a couple times doing plyos. I pretty much did not commit to going over the hurdle. And I crushed my balls.
I crushed my balls.
And Carrie's face is the funniest face I've ever seen in my entire life. It was bad.
I crushed my balls.
And then she filmed me doing weights.
John Kine with the latest on the Redskins. Now for the man who will take the place of Russell Griffin III, Kirk Cousins, with his thoughts on taking over.
I do believe in Robert, the franchise.
So that was fun too. She made me laugh on one of them, which wasn't good.
Oh, you just spit on me.
So I'm sorry, just because I'm lifting so hard. That was the hardest clean I've ever done in my entire life.
Was that one right there.
This is getting long. I better end it.
I got my trip booked for Reno. Boom. I got all those shirts ordered. I'm sorry some of you won't get them by Christmas. I feel super bad about it. But the shirts are kind of a big pain in the ass. I'll be honest with you.
But they are ordered. I ordered 75 of them, so I'm gonna bring the rest of them to Reno. So if some of you didn't order them but still want some, I will sell them at Reno. I'll set up a table one day and then let you come buy shirts.
That's about it. So yeah, like always, please subscribe, do all that fun stuff, Twitter, Shawn Hoot, and blah, 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 all that stuff. So yeah, see you later. Okay, bye.
I crushed my balls.
Facebook posts and Team Nodat kids making collages of learning how to vault. I got a video from two of my fellow Nodackers